Asterisk. Imagine waking up to find that, overnight, the rules governing your daily life have dramatically changed. No warning, no debate, just the stroke of a pen. President Donald Trump has signed 10 executive orders that could reshape America as we know it. Supporters call them bold steps toward progress. Critics warn of unforeseen consequences. Strap in. We're dissecting every order, its implications, and how they might impact you. 1. History under fire. First, a shockwave through academia and culture. President Trump has ordered the Smithsonian to remove divisive narratives from exhibits targeting the African American History Museum and Women's History Museum. Critics accuse this of whitewashing history, erasing struggles of marginalized voices. Supporters argue it's about national unity. But ask yourself, is this preserving heritage or rewriting it? 2. Workers' rights at risk. Next, a blow to federal workers. An order revokes collective bargaining rights for millions, citing national security. Unions are fighting back, calling it an unprecedented attack. Imagine nurses, teachers, defense workers stripped of bargaining power. Is this streamlining government or silencing workers? 3. Climate Accord exit. Again, the U.S. has officially withdrawn from the Paris Climate Agreement again. Environmentalists warn of catastrophic global ripple effects. Supporters cheer, America first, but at what cost? Rising seas, scorching temperatures. Will economic gain justify environmental pain? 4. Foreign aid freeze. In a controversial move, all foreign aid is paused for 90 days, except military and emergency food help. Humanitarian groups are stunned. Starvation, disease, and despair could skyrocket. Is this a strategic pause or abandoning the vulnerable? 5. AI. Innovation vs. Ethics. Artificial intelligence is now a political battleground. Trump's order demands AI development free from ideological bias to ensure U.S. dominance. Tech leaders are split. Some see innovation unleashed. Others fear ethical disaster. Will this propel humanity or unleash tyranny? 6. Paper checks ban. Say goodbye to paper checks. The IRS now requires digital-only payments, tax refunds, benefits, all of it. The administration claims efficiency and fraud prevention. But what about 25 million Americans without internet access? Is this progress or punishing the poor? 7. D.C. Crackdown. Asterisk. Washington, D.C., the heart of American democracy, is now ground zero for a controversial task force targeting crime, immigration enforcement, and a so-called beautification initiative. Supporters claim this will clean up the Capitol, safer streets, trim parks, and a gleaming facade for tourists. But critics warn of a darker reality. Asterisk. This isn't about safety. It's about pushing out low-income families. Over-policing and fines for minor violations will displace thousands. We've seen this before. It's gentrification in disguise. Remember the 1990s broken windows policing? Studies show it led to mass incarceration, not safer cities. Now, this task force could repeat history. Imagine single mothers fined for unkempt lawns, small businesses shuttered over permits, families priced out of their homes. Is this a shining city or a divided metropolis? 8. Legal system overhaul. Asterisk. Next, a stunning blow to the legal system. President Trump's order restricts security clearances for law firms accused of discrimination, even without convictions. Overnight, firms like Carter and Law, known for defending civil rights cases, lost access to federal contracts. Asterisk. This isn't accountability. It's a witch hunt. They're silencing firms that challenge the administration. Without clearances, we can't defend whistleblowers or even access evidence. Legal experts warn this sets a dangerous precedent. If the president can blacklist firms over accusations, who's next? Journalists, activists. Is this holding lawyers accountable or gutting justice itself. 9. Diversity Programs Acts. Interesting. Federal diversity programs, once hailed as bridges to equality, now face total elimination. Initiatives like Women in STEM and veteran hiring networks are on the chopping block. Supporters call this cutting bureaucracy, but data tells a different story. Asterisk, for decades, these programs open doors for minorities, women, and LGBTQ+ Americans. Now, employees like Maria Gonzalez, a Latina EPS scientist, fear their careers hang by a thread. Asterisk, without mentorship programs, I wouldn't be here. This feels like they're saying, you don't belong. Are we streamlining or stepping backward into the past? 10. Social media takeover. Asterisk, the most controversial order yet. Presidential control over social media. Platforms like Facebook and YouTube now answer to Trump's public interest mandates. Critics call it censorship 2.0, a tool to silence dissent. Asterisk, imagine this. You post a meme criticizing the administration. Suddenly, your account's flagged. No explanation, no appeal, just silence. Asterisk, this isn't about bias, it's about control. The government shouldn't dictate what's true or false online. Supporters cheer, fighting political bias. But history warns us, when governments regulate speech, democracy dies in darkness. Is this protecting free speech or authoritarianism in plain sight? Asterisk, beyond the headlines, these orders could recast America's economic future. Let's break it down. Asterisk, deregulation may boost profits for factories. But what about worker safety? Imagine loosened OSHA rules. Accidents rise, but lawsuits are blocked. Asterisk, tax cuts could save a middle-class family $2,000 yearly. But if the deficit explodes, their kids inherit crippling debt. Asterisk, healthcare changes might lower premiums for the healthy. But cancer patients, their costs could skyrocket. Is this economic genius or Russian roulette with your wallet? Asterisk, one thing is clear. These orders will touch every single life. Your paycheck, your rights, your health, your voice. The question isn't if, it's how. Asterisk, will her America be freer or shackled? Asterisk, this isn't just politics. It's your future. Asterisk, comment now. Are these orders bold leadership or dangerous overreach? Smash that like button if you're outraged. Subscribe to stay ahead of the storm. Stay informed. Stay angry. Stay ready.